I've started a new phase in my life, people, and the phase is called less social media, more books reading. Ha ha ha. Hi everyone, I hope you're doing very well. It's me again, Lea Mathilda, and welcome back to my channel. I feel like my intros have become a little more calm, which is weird because, you know, I'm always like this in the middle of my videos, but just the introduction is kind of calmer than before. If I remember, my old videos were like, hi, hello, I'm young and everything. I don't know where the change is coming from. Maybe it's the cold. Anyways, people, I have realized that I spend so much time looking into social media platforms, looking at people's lives after work as well. I feel drained sometimes because all I do is do my workout, go back to watching TV shows and look on social media, that I decided that I wanted to do something completely different, because I remember when I was younger I used to do that a lot, and it was reading books. So I decided that I wanted to go back to reading some. But consider yourself lucky, because I have a few books here that might be interesting for anyone watching, especially someone who starts reading books. It might be interesting for you too. I'm gonna show you a little book haul of the books I recently all bought. Hopefully I will be more into books and read more. I'm just starting out. I really enjoy losing myself in books instead of losing myself in front of a screen, you know what I mean? So without further ado, let's get down to the book haul. Okay, so number one is the book that I'm currently reading, and the book is by Mickey Candle. It's called Hood Feminism. Wie nennt man so mal? Front page, ne? Okay, this is the book front page. I feel like you can't really see it, but I think it's just me kind of exaggerating this. Oh right, the cover, thank you. It's the book cover, and it's actually about feminism, as you can tell from the title, but it goes deeper than that. It doesn't just stay at surface level mainstream feminism. It goes back to little feminism issues that we have in minorities and other groups that haven't been mentioned or that aren't known to everyone. Let me just read the backside of the book. It says, today's feminist movement has a glaring blind spot, and paradoxically, it is women. Mainstream feminists rarely talk about meeting basic needs as a feminist issue, argues Mickey Candle, but food security, access to quality education, safe neighborhoods, a living wage, and medical care are all feminist issues. That's just part of the intro, and I feel like this book has taught me a lot so far. Still always nice to get educated on some subject. It's never bad to learn something new, no matter what it is, because I want to know what goes on in the world as well. So I like to read what Mickey Candle has to say about feminism and what she sees as hood feminism and things that we don't necessarily see all the time on social media, for example. So that's an actual very good book for someone who wants some backgrounds on feminism that are outside of surface level feminism. This book is one of the books that I had actually on my Pinterest for a very long while, and it's only since I got onto TikTok that I said, okay, you know what, I've just ordered the book. Oh, by the way, written by a black woman. The next book is not written by a black woman. It's actually by Brianna West. It's called 101 Essays That Will Change the Way You Think. The cover is pretty simple. I really like it because it doesn't need much. It just explains everything. I haven't started it yet, so I don't really know exactly all the things that are written in there, but I know that this is also some book that I had on my Pinterest list and that I bought thanks to TikTok, because this book was on the self-growth TikTok accounts and was one of the most popular ones that I saw. Let me just read a little bit what it says about the book. 101 Essays That Will Change the Way You Think, the global bestseller and social media phenomenon, is a collection of author Brianna West's most beloved pieces of writing. Her meditations include why you should pursue purpose over passion, embrace negative thinking, see the wisdom in daily routine, and become aware of the cognitive biases that are creating the way you see your life. So that's exactly something that I would love to read, obviously. So it really is a typical book that you would find on my shelf, because during the pandemic thing, I remember I was reading books almost daily, but it was the same 3 books and they were all on self-growth kind of journeys. For example, I read The 4 Agreements, I read The Power of Habits, and I read The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, for example. Those were the books that I had read at that time. Next, we're going into some fictional books, and these are the literal definition of TikTok made me buy it, because every single book of here is literally on TikTok's book talk front page. Here we have Excuse Me While I Ugly Cry. I feel like you can't see the cover. The book was written by Joya Goffney, and I have read I'm kind of already at the middle of the book, because obviously reading some, you know, informational books sometimes can be too much information, so I got into reading this book at the same time, which is, I'm already half through it, so it's very nice. It is actually about a girl called Quinn Jackson, who has this journal, this red journal, that she always writes lists that she does with her biggest fears, with her biggest secrets and all, which has gotten stolen by someone. And she asked this one guy, Carter, to help her find the one who has the book. The person who has the book is also blackmailing her into telling everyone what is inside her journal. She has done quite some dramatic things, and the blackmailer wants to tell that to everyone. There are a few things that I'm not good at, and it's guessing. So I'm not sure if my guesses are right or wrong, but I really enjoy the book. And also the two main characters are black, which means that we have a black love situation happening in here. Yes, and it's a young adult book, so since I haven't read novels or fiction books, whatever, in a very long while, I am kind of back into it, and I'm loving the feeling of this book. So I really recommend it. Also, the writing style is very cool, and the way that you can see in each chapter a list that she has done or that she's doing, I am quite a fan. So definitely recommend the book already, and I've only been through half of the book. The next one is actually a two-piece. There's the third piece missing because it's not out yet, I think, but it's the literal TikTok made me buy it, and it's by Lauren Asher, called The Fine Print, with its sister book Terms and Conditions. The fine print, look at this. This is so beautiful. It's just so simple. But the stories of the books is actually that there are 3 billionaire brothers. Their grandfather died and left each of them a kind of legacy, and a letter where it's written that each of them can get something from him, you know, to keep the money in. And each brother has a, I would say, mission to accomplish in each books. And The Fine Print is about one of the brothers. It's Rowan. He has to create this big idea that will help the theme parks succeed. Let me read what Rowan's point of view is, because it's written here. It says, I'm in the business of creating fairy tales, production companies, 5-star hotels, theme parks. Everything can be mine if I renovate Dreamland, which is the theme, the whole attraction park, Disneyland type of thing. Hiring Zara was a great plan until I fell for her. By the time I realized where I went wrong, it was too late. People like me don't get happy endings, not when we're destined to ruin them. So I haven't read it yet, but I think it's gonna be a very interesting book. I see mixed opinions on social media, so I am just gonna build my own. So it's up to me, and I probably will be talking about the book when I read those two, and especially when I read the third one as well. Well, while we're still on it, let me talk about the last one as well. This one, Terms and Conditions, by the same author, talks about another brother, but whose mission is that he has a limited amount of time to get married and have a baby, which is written in the letter that his grandfather wrote for him. Let me just read the clan's point of view. I'm destined to become the next CEO of my family's media empire. The only problem, my grandfather's inheritance clause. Fulfilling his dying wish of getting married and having an heir seemed impossible until my assistant volunteered for the job. Our marriage was supposed to be the perfect solution to my biggest problem, but the more we act in love for the public, the more unsure I feel about our contract. Caring about Iris was never part of the deal, especially not when breaking her heart is inevitable. So I am not quite sure how I'm gonna feel with this book, but the thing is, people, honestly, the only reason why I actually bought the books is because I wanted to read this one, because the main character, the girl one, is described as being a black woman. And since it's a book that literally when you buy it on Amazon it says TikTok made me buy it, I said obviously I cannot read the second one without reading the first one. So I'm gonna be reading those, and I will come back to you either here or on TikTok to say how I felt about the books. But I'm really positive that I'm gonna maybe like them enough, especially since it's, first of all, love and a rich boy and marriage contract, whatever. I've watched K-dramas in that style as well, so I think it's gonna be very interesting. And these are the books that I actually have, people. I am very excited to read and finish all of them. However, I think the books are gonna make me very happy and not too obsessed with going on social media the whole time. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna continue reading Excuse Me While I Ugly Cry after filming this video. So that's gonna be it, people. I want to read more books where Black people are the main characters. We need that representation. It is how it is. So that's about it, people. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and see you in my next video very soon. Adios.